Hello, fabulous Leo. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of February 2015, General Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month is such an important month for you where it comes to matters of heart, where it comes to matters of identity, and where it comes to matters of finally feeling like the universe is on your side, helping you to realize, helping to bring to fruition a matter very near and dear to your heart. So, of course, with some of this stuff, we're talking about heart, we're talking about what you care about, so I will expand on that more in the love-focused horoscope for this month, so you are going to want to have a look at that. But where it comes to a general overview, I think about the importance of focusing in on a deepening understanding of who you are and just what it is that matters to you in terms of what you desire to live. There is a deep truth that you are ready to face about yourself. And in the process, you are likely to realize at least one wish, and in the process are very likely to experience changes in the way that you interact, not only with yourself, but also with the world around you. There's an element here that also has to do with feeling a sense of, in a sense, I want to say abundance, but more than that, I would say this has to do with possibility. This has to do with expanding your vision. And this has to do with resetting your horizons higher than you knew them to be before. And really, whatever it is that you are inspired to bring together now, to share with the world, is very likely to come together in a very pleasing way. Now, this is largely because other than, an overall pretty smooth cosmic climate, what we do have that's working very much in your favor is a full moon in your sign. And this full moon is taking place, speaking in harmony with Uranus, and happening very close to Jupiter in your chart as well. Now, this conversation between Jupiter and Uranus is part of a long-term conversation, started back in September, is with us now. Sort of Jupiter and Uranus are dancing, widening their conversation, but are set to have two more peak moments in March and in June. What this particular full moon does is activate this very special and very fortunate conversation so that it works very much in your favor. If you have not already seen the Jupiter special for your sign, I would encourage you to watch that because that will emphasize, or rather that explores further some of the very good that is likely to be magnified in your life now. But ultimately what this comes down to is change. And as I said, there's an element here of you needing to be deeply honest with yourself. Where it is that you have gone off course from not only a higher vision, but a more loftier vision of what life could be. Where it is that you've settled in a situation that ultimately is not working for you. And this is in any area of life. Where it is that you are ultimately dissatisfied, and in some cases, for some Leos out there, deeply dissatisfied with at least one area of life, things are likely to feel like they get that burst of clarity, they get you being honest with yourself, and at the same time identifying just where it is that you can take some very positive changes to move your life in a direction that you more desire it to go. I would also invite you to think back to what was happening 6 months ago. It was at that time that we had a new moon taking place in your sign. And what takes place now is a fruition of, or can be a fruition of, some of the seeds that were planted then. Other people are going to play a key part in all of this. And it does look like you are having the right balance between connection to self and also connection to vision. What is life supposed to be? What is your place in the world supposed to be? Where is it that you have not stayed true and connected to what you believe is the higher vision, the more loving vision for your life? And why is that? These are questions for your exploration. This comes down to you understanding who you are, and there's very likely to be a shift that takes place for you really on the level of identity and on the level of connecting to a more sane voice within you that may not necessarily appear that way to others, but it's almost as if a part of you is ready to make a dramatic change. Where it is that you've significantly gone off course from being true to yourself, that path that says true to myself, if you've gone way off course of that, this is the universe that will surprise you, bring you some very fortunate occurrences that bring you back on path. But where it is that you have been staying true to that, this is going to be a time of insights and breakthroughs and some very powerful and purposeful step forward. Ultimately, it comes down to what you want in your heart of hearts and what matters to you most. Stay connected to that. If that answer is not clear, for example, if it is that you would rather have a different career, but you really don't know what that's going to be, if you'd rather have a different work environment, but you don't know what that's supposed to be, you'd rather be studying something different, but you don't know what that's supposed to be, this month will start to make things a lot clearer to you. It is going to be your connections with others that spur the conversation, that open your mind to consider just how big your life can be and how big your influence can be as well. And with that clearly demarcated road that says this is the way to your happiness, you are very likely to make some changes. In some cases, in some very sudden moments, that, as I said, surprise the people around you, but make total sense to you, that move you in that very direction.